So, just as I finished last week's video, I got a package from the Royal Mail on a Sunday, which surprised me. I didn't actually realise they did that. And my Pokemon cards turned up, so I'm really happy with that. And so excited that me and the missus had a game. So technically, that continues on from 1740. So, with that out of the way, 1741, I continued with the zombie bikers from Zombicide. Did one more coat of snow on the Tower Riptide's base, and work begins on Anakin Skywalker from Star Wars Shatterpoint. As the zombies are mostly black, it's going to be really quick and they should get finished today. I won't do the bases, because there'll probably be like a few washes and things left to dry, so I'll do the bases tomorrow instead. Anakin has a lot of various browns on him, so I'm going to do all the base coats today and then do the wash. That way he'll be mostly complete and mostly ready for tomorrow. I can just highlight everything. And with the Tower Riptide, I'm just going to add a tiny bit more snow just to make a few areas a little bit more thicker, and then he'll almost be ready and finished. I just need to do some more weathering on him and his weapons. So there's the 4 zombie bikers ready for their base tomorrow, and of course adding the gore. Anakin is mostly brown, as I said, so he's going to take the majority of tomorrow as I highlight all that brown. And the base is done. I just need to get some weathering powders out to dye up the feet, and I'm going to try something with his gun. And I'm also thinking about putting some sort of smoke trails in, but I'm going to do a quick test of that to see how that goes and see if I like it. Today is 1742, and I am completing the zombies from Zombicide's bases. I'll also be continuing with Anakin Skywalker here, as well as doing the final bits on the Tower Riptide, which will include doing the gun and the feet. Lastly, in my infinite wisdom, I sprayed up Romana from the Doctor Who game black when she is in fact wearing all white, so I'm going to rectify that mistake as well. For the Zombicide cops, I'm just going to be painting the base a light grey, followed by some stippling of a darker grey, a white grey, and then I will be doing some tiny little cracks to make it look a bit more pavement-y, and then giving the whole thing a mixed wash just to make the ground look a bit muddier and dirtier. And of course painting the rim of the base. With Anakin, it is literally just highlight day today, so I will just be highlighting all the browns I prepared yesterday. I'll be adding a coat of varnish to the zombies from Zombicide to make sure they can take a little bit of wear and tear just before I add any gore effect. I'll also give Ahsoka and Leela a once over as well to make sure they're nice and protected. Once that's all dry, I'll be adding a little bit of gore to the zombie cops to make them a little bit more like zombies and the undead. Romana is getting a quick airbrush to rectify my mistake that I made when I sprayed her up in the first place. I really should have checked that packaging, but ho-hum, mistakes are made. It's not too big of a problem. And I'll be adding a bit of worn sort of blast effect look on the end of the tower's gun to make it look sort of more in keeping with the rest of the model, so it actually looks like it's being used. Last thing on today's list will be me adding some snow dust to the feet of the tower, just look like it's been standing in the snow for a little bit, and getting ready to land and fire another shot. That's 4 more zombies done. Thankfully, the pile of zombies is slowly but surely getting lower and lower. Little Annie here will be finished off tomorrow. It's just skin, gloves, and a lightsaber. Work will probably begin on the 2 Romanas here as well. And with those bits, that's the Tower Riptide finally done. I'm really happy with the results. I hope the person who commissioned it is as well. Here's a quick turnaround. I'm really happy with him. I really like the sort of the Decepticon inspired look. To be honest, it might be something I do on my Tau army if I ever get around to painting my Tau army. I've got so many things. But yeah, I'm really happy with him. Today is 1743 and I'm working on Anakin. I'll be doing more on both Romanas from Doctor Who Into the Time Vortex. I'll also start work on the Goff Rocker, as well as starting to put together the Necron kill team. There's not much left to finish on Anakin whatsoever, so he should be done today. So that will be all the light side of the Force completed for Star Wars Shatterpoint. While washes dry on Anakin, I'll start work on both Romanas from Doctor Who and at the Time Vortex. It's mostly just going to be the clothes today. I don't think I'll have enough time to do any of the skin. And while the washes dry on both Romanas and Anakin, I'm going to start doing a little bit of work on the Goff Rocker. Finally, with all the painting I could be bothered to do today, I thought I'd crack on and start to put together the kill team that turned up last week. So there's Anakin Skywalker out of the way. I'm happy with the way he's come out. I look forward to painting the dark side of the Force from the start set. I might do a little bit extra work on Romana's white here. I'm not exactly entirely happy with it, but we'll sort that out tomorrow. And while any washes dry on those guys, I'll continue work on the Goff Rocker. And I ran out of time. I only really got one model put together for the kill team. Today is 1744 and I'm continuing work on both Romanas, doing a tiny amount on the Goff Rocker, and I'll be putting together more of the Necron kill team. I'm not entirely happy with the white dress on Romana, so I'm going to give that a quick once over, and after that it's just the skin and the hair. To be honest, I think I'll probably get these done today. While waiting for some washes to dry, I thought I'd do a tiny little bit on the Goff Rocker. It's literally just the first highlight in all the black. I won't be doing much more than that because I definitely can finish both Romanas today. I'll be putting together just a couple of the Necrons today because I hate putting Necrons together, especially because the way the ball joints are, I find they always wobble slightly when I'm sticking together, and it takes forever for the glue to dry, and ugh. So both Romanas are finished. I still don't like her white dress. I might see if I can do something about that tomorrow. I also might give her eyebrows as well, but I'm happy with the way they've come out. I'll do a lot more work on the Goff Rocker tomorrow, as he's now going to become the main project. And there's 3 fiddly Necrons finished as well. I've only got about 4 more to do, I think. Also, another box arrived from Warhammer. This time it is the Lord of the Rings Middle-earth Fellowship of the Ring Get Off the Road diorama. I saw it and I kind of thought, ooh, I quite like that, so I had to pick it up just to paint. I'm quite comfortable now with my painting, so I can actually feel like good enough to put them on display. So I'm going to try my best with this, and hopefully it'll look fantastic after I've finished. Today is 1745. I'm not going to be doing much today as I didn't get that much sleep, so a little bit for the Goff Rocker. I'll start work on the zombies, and I'll finish putting together the Necron kill team. Because of the hot weather we've been having lately in the UK, I struggled last night getting any sleep, so I'm quite tired and my hand-eye coordination isn't as good as I want it to be, so I'm just going to be highlighting the clothes on the Goff Rocker, and then I'll be sorting out or starting his skin, give that a bit of a wash. I'm just going to use some contrast paints to put a bit of colour on the new zombies, because I kind of want to start getting out of the way. But again, I'm really too tired to be doing most of this, so it's just going to be a quick once over and see sort of what colours I want and see how well it goes. And as I'm already a bit grumpy and I don't like doing this anyway, I might as well get the rest of this kill team out of the way so I don't have to do it tomorrow, because I've still got one more kill team to put together. So that's the metal started. I didn't do it all because there's loads of other bits of metal that I need to do. His black is mostly finished, and started his skin. I love using contrast paints for doing zombies and things, because it really does help speed up the whole process when you're painting like huge amounts of stuff. So that's the Necrons out of the way, the more fiddlier out of the two. I've got the Imperial Guard set to do. Hopefully I'll get some sleep tonight and I'll be better tomorrow. Today is 1746. I don't have much time for Saturday, so a little bit of work on the zombies, and I'll finish off the skin on the Goff Rocker. As I'm using contrast paints to do the main colour of these zombies, I'm going to go for quite sort of bright and different colours, just so they stand out from each other on the board, and you can easily differentiate them from other zombies on the board as well. I'm taking a bit more time on the Goff Rocker, as I want him to come out with the best of my ability, so he looks nice enough to display. Here's the hideous base coats done for the zombies. They definitely will stand out on the thing. I'll mute the colours a little bit tomorrow. And that's the Goff skin all done. I need to do some veins and his other bits, but that'll do tomorrow. Today is 1747. I'll be doing more on these zombies. I'll be continuing work on the Goff Rocker. And I'll start sticking together some of the Imperial Guard kill team. For the zombies, it'll just be highlighting their clothes and doing the wash for their skin ready for tomorrow. For the Goff Rocker, it's going to be his bandolier and any red leather that I see on there. I'm going to be taking my time with this because I'm going to be doing the check marks on the bandolier, which is something that I don't normally do, so it's going to take me a long time to get it right. I haven't got long, so I'm only going to stick together sort of 3 of the Imperial Guard kill team, save the rest for tomorrow, or possibly this evening, depending on how bored I get. These zombies are almost done, just the rest of the skin and the hair and those little crocs they're wearing tomorrow. I'm pretty pleased with how the Goff Rocker is starting to look. I'm happy with how the bandolier turned out, and I'll do more work on him tomorrow. And that's the first 3 Imperial Guard kill teams stuck together. It's been quite a productive week this week. Finally finished that Riptide, so yay! Got plenty of other stuff completed as well, and plenty more stuff to be getting on with. I'm really happy with the way this week turned up. I'm going to be starting a brand new project tomorrow. One that I started but need to finish. And if you've got this far, thank you for watching, and I hope you tune in next week.